Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Now, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I have made my Crusader armies, and yes, they are absolutely ridiculous. I have 6,000 archers and 3,000 footmen in each of them. So, yeah. But as I also said, I don't want to deal with the Crusades. I'll just do whatever has to be done in that regards. I don't think we really need to head back to the camp right away, but we need to clear out that demon army before we can go anywhere, so... They're retreating. No, I want to fight because of the Crusade morale. I can see why they're retreating, though. Wasn't there some way I could do this, or make this go excessively fast? I thought I could make it very fast. I guess I'll have to Google that. I might have been using a mod for it too. Oh well. Having defeated a band of cultists who have driven the captives from Canabras and made the ruins of Valas' Gift their temporary base, the commander's army celebrates its first triumph. Unfortunately, the demon worshippers have killed all the citizens and gathered their belongings into a huge pile in the middle of the camp. I just need to get rid of these. Stumbled upon a group of ragged and exhausted scouts. Okay, we get that third Crusader army. I probably will just delete that. Having defeated the enemy, the Crusaders scatter across the battlefield in search of trophies. The officers keep an eye on the process so that all the valuable trophies go to the treasury and do not end up in the pockets of lucky soldiers. We should have enough to recruit generals. I think we'll have Sir Tector of Silverhill because he has Master of Maneuver. Which means we can have an additional unit in here. And for this other army, we will recruit Soraviel Evenmist, who also has Master of Maneuver, I think. No, we'll take Satsuna Shai. Oh, he costs 2,000. Okay, hold on. There we go. Now we can head on to the Houndheart Campsite and do Sila's quest while we're out here. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Golarion, so common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the Worldwound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up on the high bank of the West Sellen River, where it draws near the border of the Worldwound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There, he decides to address the soldiers and boost their morale. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose face and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the Worldwound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground. And his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the Worldwound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes, one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It is plain to see which is greater. And the determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the Worldwound has ended in their favor. We're finally here. Elan and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Jana too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, here they are. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Elan puts his hand behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Hearth. Jana puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Kenabris, knights of the 5th Crusade, marked by Iomede's blessing. And you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Sela frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I am the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart. And we came here to help you look for Elan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. Alright, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. Is there something wrong, Elan? Am I making you nervous? The young knight is obviously embarrassed. I apologize. Jana is right. Much has changed since we met in Kenabris. Some things for the better, some not at all. He stopped short, apparently unwilling to elaborate. What does the ring look like, and where should we look for it? The last time I saw the ring was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. A trinket worth several months' pay, Elan? The rules on the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. Well, time to have a look around then. Janna and I will look around the northern side. We'll see you when we find something. Or when we give up trying. The ground is trampled and there are signs of battle everywhere. The Houndhearts were clearly attacked by demons here. The tent has been cut open from the inside. The knights apparently left it in a hurry. Hat of Heartening Song. That is good for a bard character or bard style character. This tent is different from the rest. There's a strong burnt smell around it and a rustling sound comes from within.
Pretty good, aren't I?
A small Quasite demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly little face. It is holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine! Mine! Elan, look! Look at that creepy thing! What is it holding? I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack all together before it can figure out what's happening. Mine! The Quasite throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of color. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring into the air and catching it. Mine, mine! Elan, Janna! Sela glances at her friends, then turns to you. They're all right. They'll come round soon. Quickly, Cal, let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring.
Can't hide from me.
Mine! The ring is mine. You can't catch me, silly weak human. Come and get me! You're too slow. It's fun to play. Yes? Okay. Before Elan manages to get to the Quasite, the halfling Curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it. Curl? What are you... Thrusting herself between Elan and Curl, Sela barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Elan, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summon spell. Why did you stop?
Yet another obstacle.
Some lovely prey has just stepped into my trap. No, Elan! Sela, help! And she ran off.
across the wrong mongrel.
Cover me, all right?
Let's try this way.
Into the fray!
Okay, have enough there. Oh, Cal is down. I don't know why the deer are attacking us.
You won't survive me.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I don't think I'd bother to cast. I don't think I will bother casting haste.
This will hurt.
We're still in combat with the deer. Elan, what were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl, without second thought, without a trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all this. He might be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides some small harmless demons, so he set a trap. I would not be surprised if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels. Elan scoffs. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. And now we'll never know, because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. This would be... This is a bit harsh. I think I'm going to go with this one here. You two need to calm down. You're both right in your own way, and anyway, what's been done cannot be undone. We're lucky no one died in today's little brawl, but who knows where Seela's naivety may one day lead you. Do you hear me, sister? You're not just another knight. Whatever you do may have terrible consequences. You clearly have something to say. Go ahead then, spit it out. Seela, I did not want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, so I am going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you are in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there is wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually, but not with you and the commander. You were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift at just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev, and that's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything: training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly, and how much good has this brought Mendev? I am frightened by what I see. Especially by the way that you, Seela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses as if reluctant to continue, then looks you in the eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. So, if I understand you correctly, I am an incompetent leader who never earned my position. Elan looks right at you with his clear blue eyes. Bear me no grudge, Commander. I am not so ungrateful as to forget what you did for Canarbers and how you agreed to help me. I said it to Sela, and I will say it again. This was not a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given, it may be your undoing, and the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. Don't be afraid of what's new and unknown. We just need to bear in mind our responsibilities. Whatever was given to us, we can use it for good. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now, at least we know that Curl is a traitor, and Janna is a coward ready to abandon her friends when the going gets rough. I hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Elan makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment. Nodding goodbye, he lowers his head and walks away. Sela watches as he leaves. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Cal, let's go back. And I'd like to talk to you about it later. I have a lot to think about. You know, part of me agrees that he is... part of me agrees with him. She is definitely a bit too naive for her own good. We also need to heal the heal Greyhound. Knowledge World. Ugh, I had only Cal selected there. He's not the best Knowledge World person in my party. I think it's just the Houndheart banner, but still. Torn Flag of the Houndhearts, a small but noble order of Crusaders. Yeah, that's what I thought. But it is experience points. Melted Shard of a Ring. I think that should be mostly it. We have a mobility check over to the left here, but let's just make sure that we've taken everything. I still don't understand why those deer attacked us. Check the tent. Oh, it's a Brimarack. Of course, it's right after me.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Darn it. Gotten way too many actions. Oh, there's two of them. Just regular longswords. Sela, would you be so kind? Social, don't you have that too? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I don't think there's anything behind here. Let's quick save and do the mobility check. 20, that should be easy enough. Yep. And here we have the Divine Protector. +2 Mithril Shield. I'm sure Sela will appreciate that. As a matter of fact, let's just equip it on her right away. I think we've explored the area thoroughly enough to know that there is probably never mind, there was actually more stuff here. Okay, off we go then. gold ring. I apparently didn't see everything. We can... we are fatigued. No, I don't want to rest just yet. It's probably the skeletal salesman. No, it is not.
I will help where I can.
Just removing the fatigue, by the way. And I think we're going to buff up a bit here.
Time's not waiting. Ready for anything?
You are casting. Bull strength on Sila. Bull strength on yourself. Bull strength on Social. Anything else? Yes, protection from alignment. Evil, communal. And I will install Buffbot so that I don't have to do all of this manually.
A goat, a lizard, and a human enter a tavern. What'll it be, Lan? The bartender asks.
There we go. Through the mist, you spot the flickering flames of a campfire. 3 figures, wrapped in Crusader cloaks, are huddled next to it. A stout, smiling dwarf, a brash, dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards his weapon, but then he relaxes. Hey, it's the commander himself. Don't just stand there, have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today, you might as well dry off at least. In an amicable gesture, he passes you a large mug that smells of freshly brewed tea. Apparently, I'm turning into Sol. Smells. Look around to make sure that this place is safe. The location for the camp was chosen wisely. It is safe and quiet here. No tracks in sight, the air is calm, but an odd feeling of wrongness lances through you like a sting from an angry wasp. Something isn't right. It's quiet here, all right, as the grave. I don't know why, but I don't like the feel of this place. It makes my scales stand on end. Who are you? Frontline scouting party. Our senior sent us ahead to look for ambushes. We've been walking all day, so we're making a bivouac. Go ahead, help yourself to some tea. It's an honor for us to be sharing a campfire with the commander. The dusty boots, the patched cloaks, and the mess kits lying next to the campfire all mark these 3 as seasoned scouts. A broad smile blossoms on Sila's face. I never thought we'd run into such jovial company out here. I don't suppose you guys have anything stronger than tea in your canteens? Catching the halfling's conspiratorial look, she smiles even brighter. Rubbing his hands excitedly, Woljif casts a hopeful look at the mug of tea, then at you. Chief? Just so you know, walking away from campfires where folks give you free food is a sin in the eyes of the gods. What are your names? Proudly lifting his chin, which bears a white scar, the halfling says, "I'm Sergeant Velm, the leader of this gang of daredevils. You can tell by Velm's appearance that he is a fighter. He sports a nose that's been broken more than once, well-fitted gear, a gutsy spark in the eyes, all the hallmarks of a feisty, courageous warrior." The dwarf grunts and grins. "Why would you call our heroic squad a gang, Velm? I am Tran, foot soldier, cook, quartermaster, and the mother hen of this lot. And the one who sets up the tent for Antsi, given that she doesn't even have the muscle to drive a stake into the ground." With a smirk, Tran glances at the woman, who immediately turns red in the face. The sweet and terribly young cleric opens her mouth to say something, but shuts it immediately and blushes even more. Finally, she mutters sheepishly, "I'm Asti. At your service, Commander." "Aren't you scared, camped out here in enemy territory?" The dwarf gives you a disapproving sidelong glance. "You wound me, Commander. I've walked many roads. I know a good spot for a camp when I see one. Even if a whole column of cultists marched by, they wouldn't think of checking this place. In the meantime, we would watch quietly and count every last one." Thoroughly embarrassed, Asti adopts a serious tone and comments in Tran's direction. "You and your boasting." The two comrades greet her remark with a burst of laughter. Well, I know that this encounter is not friendly whatsoever. I guess that's a bit something like occupational damage, let's call it that, since I've made series on the game before. So we'll just draw our weapons and say something's not right. Attack! Smirking brazenly, the halfling licks his lips with a surprisingly long pustule-covered red tongue. Ha! Would you look at that? He didn't buy it. Enough of this masquerade then, everyone. No more games. The figures by the fire ripple and transform. 3 grey-haired and dark-skinned elves watch you with mocking sneers. Their twisted, grimacing faces look demonic. From the haze, more previously unseen shadows materialize. They are all just as loathsome and unsettling. The campfire emits a sickly sweet, intoxicating smell, and in the squat kettle you see some slimy mushrooms swimming in a disgusting boiling slurry. Who are you? The one who was pretending to be the halfling Velm makes a face, mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. "Who are you?" "We are servants of Lord Descari, and you are the pitiful insect that got caught in our web." The elf who was masquerading as the cleric Asti gives you a lecherous smile, enthusiastically dragging her tongue along the blade of her dagger. "Did you like sweet little Asti? Did you want to play with her in your tent?" You monsters. Sela looks at those who appear to be trusted allies a moment ago with open disgust. "How did I not see you for what you are right from the start?" "Because you are very naive, Sela." Dumb paladin. You really think your ability to sense evil cannot be fooled? Lady Anemora taught us long ago how to trick the likes of you. What was the point of this charade? Lady Anemora desires your head, and we will gladly deliver it. The elf whose voice as Tran was so convincing lets out a repulsive snicker. You think I'm at your mercy? We'll see who the real prey is. I love it when the prey tries to fight back. Where in the line is Wallet? All the way down there. I'm doing this on purpose. I want Wally to be able to cast haste while everyone is gathered, and yes, I'm taking damage for the choices that I'm making with that.
You won't survive me. See that?
That was effective. Well done, Social. Color me impressed.
Let's try this way.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Cover me, all right?
I think there are more of them here. Yep.
Endure this. Begone, fiend!
And that's the end of those guys. What was that? Master of Composite Bow. Why does it have an aura around it? Oh well, I don't know. Let's scout out the area.
Our victory is certain.
There's one more of them. This time I'm not going to bother with the haste spell. Well, I am. I think that Knife Master is dead the moment she tries to rise up.
Fall!
If she gets to rise up. No, she doesn't. Where's the other one then? Go. Dark Elves, hmm? Moving right along. Soon. We will indeed take camp here. Okay, protective rituals, that would be Soxy. Camouflage, that would be Woldriff. Night Watch, Lan, and Sela. As for protective rituals, we can always have Cal help with that. And camouflage, Wooly can help with that.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljif.
Oh no.
If you're gonna be napping dogs, go for the smaller ones. The smaller the pup, the bigger the ransom.
Thank you, Brother Woldriff. And then the Nightingale Grove. Get your hands off that. It's mine. Yours? Well, watch me. Wait, someone's here. Run! Nobody's running. Draw your weapons and fight, you cowards, or I'll cut you down myself. That alchemist needs to be taken out quickly. Didn't I get see invisibility commune on someone? I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't remember who. Not that it matters anymore now, because he's visible.
Wrath.
This will hurt.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
That wasn't too difficult. A nice bloodshot eye. And mustache. Momentum. And a light hammer +1. Chain shirt +1. Blood clarity. Hematite. Lots of random stuff. Now we're getting all the good stuff here. A letter to a noble crusader. And there you can read that if you'd like. A magic essence. Nice. I don't think we can walk down there. Yep, that's about it for this place. Now, can I move my armies yet? Yes. Crusader Army 3, that's Rangers. I definitely do want to keep the Rangers. I'll keep these two armies together, I think. Yeah, I think it was the toy box add-on that made me set the speed of these fights. I don't think that one is updated yet, but I'll have a look. $1,000 finance points. That might be enough to get a general for the second army. Yep. That's a lot of giant flies. Go. And the infirmary is large enough to accommodate the losses there. We found the crest of Malander Linds, the Fallen Knight, and we also found a breastplate +2. And the general leveled up. I think we're going to go less. And I do want to incorporate these into that army. Move on. Found some energy points. Okay, so the other army, we are going to take out this, which will move our Crusader camp up here. No idea what that is. And that gives us the fortress. A Crusader unit advancing north encountered a cultist band and eliminated it. The servants of the Abyss had been transporting prisoners of war to Dresden, the remains of the garrison from Villereth Ford, which had been captured by the demons. Exhausted and wounded, the warriors adamantly refused to depart for the relative safety of Canabras and instead asked to join the commander's forces. A squad of Crusaders was caught up in a sudden storm from the west. It lasted only a few minutes, but the unnatural lightning made up of electricity, flames, acid, and ice left several soldiers dead. The ease with which the forces of nature brutally claimed the lives of their comrades has demoralized the Crusaders. The outpost at Villereth Ford, which straddles the West Selland crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken. The cultists are destroyed and the commander's army is able to operate on both sides of the river. We will take Mobile Hospital, I think. And go down and take out this fortress. Gargoyles, eh? Is that penetrating strike? No matter. The reason I'm not just letting them flee is because of experience points and the such. These are not archers, so let's take out the Brimmer Axe because they will do fire spell damage towards us. Not that it really matters, but... We found some material points and energy points. And we leveled up again. Master of Maneuver 2, yes please. Even a large army is not really that large. But I did say that I would make some ludicrous edits here. And I will continue to do so as well. We found the broken phylactery of Stevanius the Rotten, an apprentice of Zacharias. It doesn't really matter. More rangers. We'll put those in that army. Merge these and put this in the middle. I'll edit these. Yeah. That was that done with. And you can see the Crusader camp has been moved here now. Conundrum Unsolved. Some dead demons. Let's go into the puzzle. Okay, Cal, you can do this on your own, please. For these puzzles, this is a simple one, but for these puzzles I usually look them up. But I seem to recall that this one isn't that hard. So there is... Okay, and that one. Wish I could move this around. So I believe it's this one. Or is it? It has to be. I thought that was the correct solution. let's do the other ones then. Are they all the same? No, they're not all the same. It could be this one. This used to be easier because you could only put down one specific slab on each point. So I'm not sure this is an improvement. Let me find a solution. This is a bit weird. I did not expect this at all. No, that one. This one apparently is correct. That is wrong. It's this one. That one, and then this one. It was easy, wasn't it? Simple puzzle, simple solution. But it was just the beginning. Its purpose was to awaken curiosity. A translucent figure appears out of thin air, clad in a loose-fitting robe. Its face is hidden behind a simple, unadorned mask. Mortals are not meant to unveil the secrets of the universe and grasp the meaning of creation, but is this really so? The secrets of the universe will only be revealed to the most worthy of mortals. Prove yourself and be the first for whom all the secrets of the world are revealed. The heart of mystery is located west of here. Solve the puzzle, and you will comprehend the forbidden knowledge. A map of an area that looks vaguely like the Worldwound appears in the figure's hands. A single dot shines brightly on the map. What is the heart of mystery? The translucent figure remains silent. Hey, can you hear me? Simple puzzle, simple solution. The heart of mystery is located west of here. I think... yeah. I think that we're not really meant to talk to that thing. Ooh. So I think we will wrap things up here, and in the next episode we will gander around the world, clearing out more of these. Eventually we will have to go to the Leper's Smile. We probably shouldn't postpone that too long. But there are the Moondance Meadow and the Chilly Creek and the Nameless Ruins, and then the Leper's Smile will be up here. For now, if you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you all in the next one.